Hello, Cancer. This is your general reading for the week of the 20th of August to the 26th of August, Cancer. Sun, moon, or rising sign, depending on what you resonate best with. Let's have a look and see what message or messages come through for you for this week, Cancer. Cancer. So Cancer, what I am seeing for you for this week, I do feel like there is some current situation that somebody has quite possibly proposed to you. I'm seeing a possible proposal. I'm seeing a possible engagement. I do want to say that this could be a marriage proposal, actually. I am seeing lovers with Two of Cups with our Four of Wands. I do want to say this could be the possibility of some kind of marriage proposal, actually. Somebody could have asked you to marry them or will be asking you to marry them this week, Cancer. And I do want to say that this person in general, I feel like there's some kind of challenging energy with this person. I feel there's some kind of challenging energy. I feel like this person in general, they may be a little bit of a perfectionist. I'm feeling a strong energy of perfectionism here. I'm feeling an energy that somebody may be a little bit controlling. And I do want to say, I feel like there's some kind of restrictive energy. I feel this person may be a little bit restrictive. They may be restricting you in general, Cancer. They may be restrictive. They may be a little bit of a perfectionist. They like to have things their way. I feel like in this sense, they may be a little bit controlling. I do want to say there could be a slight indication of some manipulative energy or some kind of trickster here. However, I feel like the energy overall is going to be an individual that is going to be more of a perfectionist and more controlling. I feel a heavy sense of restrictive energy, and I feel that's where the challenge is coming in for this week, Cancer. So I feel that this person that may have proposed something to you, that may be offering you a marriage, they may be offering you this happy home. They may be offering, let's have kids, let's move in together, let's do the whole 9 yards. Essentially, they've offered you, they're wanting to marry you or get engaged, have the happy home life. Essentially the picture perfect life. However, I'm feeling that there's some darker energy around this individual, and darker. I don't feel like it's necessarily a terrible person or a bad person. However, I feel that it's a heavier energy in general, a heavier energy that's creating some kind of challenge. And I want to say for you, Cancer, I feel like there's some kind of emotional challenge here because I feel like this person is controlling. They may be a perfectionist. So I feel like if you're with this person, I feel like it's going to be tricky in the sense that things are going to have to be done their way. Cancer. Things are going to have to be done their way. They like to have things neat. They like to have things in order. They may be a perfectionist. I want to say, Cancer, this could be somebody obsessive compulsive. I'm feeling a strong energy of obsessive compulsive here. So I feel like in general, dealing with these kind of individuals is kind of a tricky energy. And I feel, Cancer, like emotionally, you may not get your needs fulfilled with this person. Even though they may be promising you happy home life, everything's going to be great, everything's going to be perfect, there could be the possibility of children, let's go ahead, let's get married, let's do this, everything's going to be great. I feel there's some kind of underside to them. There's some kind of side that when you move in with this person, or once you start to get to know this person a little bit better, you're going to find that they have this kind of perfectionism attitude, this kind of OCD attitude. They're going to be a little bit controlling. They want things done in their way. They're not going to be very flexible. They're going to be a little bit controlling. They're going to be a little bit rigid. I feel like they have a lot of restrictions, some kind of rigid energy, some kind of boundaries. I want to say, Cancer, that for you, this could be some kind of difficult situation. Difficult because I don't feel like emotionally, I don't feel like you're going to get your needs filled with this individual. I feel like emotionally, they may not be very receptive. And I feel, Cancer, I feel like you may already know this, because I feel like some of this possible challenging energy may have already come to the surface. It may already be present. And I feel like quite possibly this may be some of your own energy coming through right now is a little bit of depression, a little bit of some kind of loss, or maybe even some kind of regret that you've progressed so far in the relationship. Cancer is how I'm feeling right now. I feel like you may be having some regrets that you've got to this point that they are proposing to you, a marriage proposal. I feel like you maybe have already accepted this proposal. And I feel like there's some kind of challenging energy now in the relationship in general. You may have already accepted. This may already be in the works, so to speak, and now this energy of this person is starting to come out a little bit stronger, that they are somewhat rigid. They like to have things their way. They're a little bit controlling. They like to have a lot of boundaries. They have a more restrictive energy, and like I said, I'm getting a strong feeling of OCD, obsessive compulsive. Sometimes these individuals are kind of challenging to work with in general, especially if they are a neat freak, for example. They may have these quirks that they like to have things in a certain place, or they like to have a house extremely immaculate, or they like to have their clothes ironed in a certain way. So they have these quirks that are very challenging to deal with, very restrictive sometimes to deal with. And sometimes their energy is a little bit tricky for this reason. And so, Cancer, I feel like if you're already in this situation dealing with this individual, if you've already accepted, if you're already moving forward with this happy home life, for example, I feel like just to take note of their kind of energy, it may be a little bit tricky. And I feel like this may be a challenge for you. If or if not, you've already accepted, for example. I feel like in general, the relationship may be a little bit challenging, especially on an emotional level. I feel like it may be a little bit heavy for you to deal with this kind of person, to deal with the kind of person that always needs to have things done their way. And to know that quite possibly, emotionally, they may not be able to fulfill you how you need to be fulfilled, Cancer. And so that overall is what I'm seeing for this week for you, Cancer. Do let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment box below. Make sure you subscribe to keep up to date on new videos that come out. If you are interested in additional readings or personal readings, make sure to check those links below. Don't forget to like this video and have a good week.